Hi everyone. In this video we're going to talk about your discussion settings. So first of all, you can access your discussions, depending on where you've put them, by going straight to this discussion link in Canvas. You can also go to your assignments link and find your discussions, or you can go down to your course modules and edit your discussions. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and click on my modules. And you can see I have an example discussion, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new discussion. So to create one from modules, I'm just going to go ahead and click on that plus button at the top of the module and pull this down, click on discussion, new topic, and I'm just going to call this new discussion. You can choose whether to indent and click add item. So there's my new discussion. Now to edit it and to do all of my fancy settings, I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. If you were going to edit another discussion that's already been made, you would just go to it. So here's example discussion and click on it. You can tell something's a discussion because of this little icon right there. It looks like a little word bubble next to whatever the type is. So you can see new discussion and you can see that little icon. But I'm going to go ahead and click on that though. And what it's going to do is take me to this screen that shows what it currently looks like. So for here, to get started, we're going to go ahead and click the edit button. And this will take me to my discussion settings. Now, the really important thing, you can always change your title here, but you want to make sure you explain what the purpose of the discussion. So in this discussion, we will be talking about two important things that you use statistics for in your day-to-day life. And then blah, 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 you would add. You could add links to outside resources. You could add links to other pages in the class using this left insert content into the page. You can add images, you can add video, files, you can add just about anything into this box. But for now, we'll go ahead and add, let me go ahead and add an image. So we'll pretend that this is a really important image and we're going to go ahead and add it. And there you go. You can also upload new images and you can resize them and put them over there and do all sorts of things. But we'll pretend that that's what I wanted to do. You then come down. You can allow threaded replies, and we kind of talk about the difference back and forth between those in a different place. So it's not really a huge difference one way or the other, and you can see we've got example discussions that show the threaded or non-threaded, but it's your choice. You can try it out. The option that we strongly suggest is users must post before seeing replies. That's a really important feature because basically it keeps students from just saying, scrolling through, seeing what everyone else says and saying, yep, that's a great answer, and I'm going to say the same thing. So this is a really good feature to use. You can enable podcast feeds, and the other thing is that if it's going to be a graded discussion, so if you're actually going to assign students a grade, you need to click graded. You can then say, so I'm going to say it's worth 20 points, and then you can display grade as, you can choose whether it's points, percent, anything like that, and I'm going to leave it as points. You then pick an assignment group. Now this is really important. You need to make sure you pick the assignment group that this would fall into. Now you're going to have different assignment groups based on how you set up your grade book and your assignments in your assignment tab. So you will not have these same assignment groups. This was something that was set up and that we explained in a previous training video. So for me though, I'm going to add it to participation, but you might have a specific assignment group called discussions. You can then pick whether or not it's a group assignment. If you check that, you can assign grades to each group individually. You can select specific groups, create a new group category. That will also be covered in an additional training video. I just want to show it, but for now I'm going to uncheck it. You can also require peer reviews, which is kind of funny for a discussion, and I don't necessarily recommend, but hey, the option's there if you would like to use it. Maybe you're using this, there's a million different reasons why you might want to use it. Here you go. I can't currently think of a lot of them, but if you'd like to do peer reviews for your discussion, it's there. You can use it. But the other really cool feature is down here for the due date. You can set your due date. So I'm going to come in and set it for the 6th. So there's your due date. So the due date means that the students this will show up to students on the calendar and on the modules, as this is when this discussion is due. If you want students to be able to turn things in late, then you would either leave this until box blank, or you could extend it out a couple of weeks. So you would say like, oh, you can have an extra week. So literally, even though the due date is the 6th, students will still be able to post to a discussion until that until date. So if you want students to be able to just limitless be able to post even after the due date, take the until date off. Now granted, if they do post, it will show up that they posted to this one late. So you will be able to see that the student posted late. You also have your available from date. So maybe if you don't want students to start posting until maybe the 3rd, until after the first day of class, or whenever, you can also set an available from date. Now what this means is students will not be able to start posting until that available from date. So here's a little example. Another thing is if you have 2 different sections of a course combined into one section. So for this example, I've got Math 113.01 and Math 113.02. Both of those 2 course sections are combined into one course in Canvas. You could actually set the due dates by course or by section. So here in my Math 113.01, the due date is Friday, and that's because this is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. I'm going to add a due date and for my 02 section and make that one due on the 5th because it's a Tuesday, Thursday class. So, and then I'm also going to make that one then due or not available, I'll say until the 4th. So you can do this by section. That means that this section will only see these due dates, and this section, 02, would only see those due dates. You would obviously see both due dates, which is really nice. The other really cool thing is you can grade by section and you can enter attendance by section. So this is really powerful and really useful. For the sake of this example, though, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and just switch this back to everyone. So I've applied all my settings. I've set this all up. I'm then going to click the Save button. So once I click the Save button and it comes up with this next box, so here's the discussion. It's actually not available, so I can't start posting because I've made it to where it's not due yet. But what you can do as an instructor then as well is, well, first of all, the really important thing, until you publish this, students cannot interact with it. So first of all, really important, if you want students to be able to use this, you have to publish this. Even though you might have that it's due June 6th, that doesn't matter. If it's not published, students won't see it. So make sure you publish it. All right, so very good. We've got it published. We're ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is show you that you can also add a rubric here. So if you click Add Rubric, you then can either create your own rubric, or if it's a rubric that you've already used, maybe use the same rubric for every discussion, you can click Find a Rubric, because you can reuse rubrics, and then scroll down, and I don't think there's necessarily an appropriate one here because this is just an example. I'm going to say Peer Review, and then scroll down and click Use this rubric. And then there you go. The rubric is now there. When students look at this, they will see that there is a rubric available, and you're pretty much all ready to go. So I hope this helps, and if you have any questions or if you need additional help, you can see the attached resources or let us know. Thank you.